What is good, Cardano fam, Ada gang? We have lots of exciting updates to unpack today. Charles is back and the SEC is going after JPEGs now. So hit that subscribe, hit that like. Cardano founder Charles Hoskinson is back on X. So my question for you guys is when Tomorrowland set? Will we see him at Tomorrowland? Maybe back-to-back set with Martin Lawrence? Maybe in a metaverse somewhere. But the reports of his death were greatly exaggerated, and he was out exploring, taking some time off. Looks incredible. Looks fabulous. And he's back slamming the trolls. Let's see what Charles has been saying. So, man, did I miss X. And need I say more? Guys, the trolling is crazy on Twitter. And lest we forget, freedom of speech is not freedom of consequence. You know what I'm saying? So let's see what people have been saying and Charles's responses. Announcement after announcement after effing announcement is a red flag by any count. Charles says, seriously, F off. I'm done with all you Twitter trolls. Chang is coming. Deal with it. Pretty based. What's the purpose of Emergo, Charles? I was attempting to take the Icon course, but the platform doesn't seem to be close to be ready for what they are charging. I've also heard other businesses not having a great experience with them. What am I missing? Charles is saying, rightfully so, why are you asking me? They're an independent company. I have no ownership or oversight of Emergo. I didn't create Emergo. Ask them. Simple as that, right? And another one, this was regarding Flint. So Flint is basically sunsetting. I don't think that they're ready for Chang hard fork. So if you guys have that wallet, just get your seed phrase, import it to another wallet that is Chang ready. Charles said Lace. So if you guys are using Flint wallet, you can use Lace or another comparable wallet. There's going to be a community Japan event, so you guys can check that out. All the links are always in the description, and this is a first come, first serve. So I saw Charles saying, hey, see you in Japan. So if you guys are in the area, you want to attend the event, check this out. I don't know, it might even be free. It might even be like costs are covered, because when I checked the link on IOHK, I didn't see any sort of service, just a first come, first serve registration. Anyways, let's get to the exciting stuff and then SEC at the end. So Cardano Chang hard fork has been officially triggered, officially activated and confirmed for September 1st, basically evening of Eastern time, around 6 p.m., 5:45 exactly Eastern Standard Time. Conway mainnet hard fork officially occurring September 1st, 21:45 UTC. So first transaction is live. Hold on to your seat, folks. Governance is coming to a blockchain near you. That's not it. Just a few hours ago also, the 7 Genesis keys have been turned and will be obsoleted in days. So what we spoke about 4 weeks now, the Genesis keys, we're getting closer to that. So very exciting times, guys. Final transaction is in. All 7 keys accounted for a unanimous decision to fork into Chang Conway era. Thanks everyone for joining us on this long journey to governance. This is just the first step, the Voltaire era. Speaking of the first step, the pumped out fun alternative that I'm most excited and eager to see is Snackfun, and the platform will launch on September 3rd. So fantastic. Keep that in the back of your mind. Fluid also, we know that they're doing excellent work with this new finest RWA, Europe compliant, also with Fluid tokens, but the efforts on Bitcoin are much appreciated to bring liquidity back and forth out of ecosystems. So they are doing incredible work. Imagine being able to stake any rune or ordinal in a non-custodial way. On Fluid, projects can finally reward their communities without spending a single Satoshi. Want to be part of the future? Our DMs are open. Rune staking live soon. So they've been doing great work. I've been watching them since the beginning, and it's great that they've secured that achievement. The first permissionless lending, borrowing, and trading app for runes. Very good stuff. We're honored to collaborate with some of the top projects on Cardano. Strike Finance, none of these projects am I affiliated with. None of them do they pay me. I just like to bring awareness to good projects I think are interesting. And I like this thread by Strike because they have a great thread showing the benefits of each integration, of each partnership. They do have a pre-sale going on if that interests you. But again, if a project ever puts $1 in my pocket, you will hear it from me as transparency, as disclosure. So just with that out of the way, guys, Dex Hunter API allows traders to settle contracts in any asset the user wants, regardless of what is specified in the contract. OrcFax provides the price feeds to help power our smart contracts. Mint infrastructure allows us to onboard traders from other blockchains effortlessly. USDM stablecoin will be the medium of exchange for all contracts on Strike. Indigo synthetic assets will allow us to provide ETH and BTC derivatives trading on Cardano. TX Pipe, I saw that recently, the auditing of their contracts, ensuring security for their traders. And then, of course, finally, Axo Trade, where the pre-sale should still be live. So if that interests you, do check it out. So let's jump into the Telegram stuff and then SEC. So you guys know that I said there's always going to be that jitter. There's always going to be fear. And, the stories can evolve very rapidly. That's why it's always key not to get caught in the daily charts or just the narrative at that given moment. Zoom out, look at the trajectory, look at where we're headed. Telegram's Tom blockchain stops processing transactions again after going offline for 7 hours yesterday. It doesn't really matter. They can go offline, online. All it does is just add to the prowess of Cardano's resilience, which has had 0 outages, 0 hacks. And it's evolving. It looks like, supervised release. He's been indicted, but supervised release, who knows? 2 weeks go by. Can you really keep a billionaire caught up in a country who has France citizenship, UAE citizenship, and more? Probably not, So I'm not going to join the army of fudding a blockchain and fudding that other blockchain when there's juicy news like the SEC and their war now against NFTs, OpenSea in particular. So Ripple's chief legal officer, Stuart, saying Gensler's SEC demands that firms waste resources to search and preserve personal communications. But, and here's the hypocrisy, when Gensler was asked to produce his own personal emails by Coinbase, he cried it was too burdensome. How convenient, right? And a fun fact, in 1976, the SEC ruled that art galleries, even when promoting and selling to buyers that had investment motives, didn't need to register with the SEC. So how does this differ with the JPEGs? It doesn't. So Stuart is so based. I love the conversations that they're having on Twitter because it benefits us also. It's going to be very interesting to see what happens with OpenSea and NFTs. And I think it's a GG no read. I think SEC needs to throw in the towel. They're done. Finally, very disappointing to see SEC's continued regulation by enforcement now targeting NFT marketplace OpenSea. The SEC and Gary Gensler should abandon this path and work with Congress to establish clear and fair regulations that foster innovation and keep jobs in the United States. That's very sensible, right? You want to keep the best talent here. You want the economy to be roaring. So we'll see what happens. I really hate this regulation by enforcement because many of these projects, they try their best and they still get a slap on the wrist. So I think the future for crypto is optimistic the months ahead. And right now, we're still going to continue to be in this jitter. I think we're still going to play with this 39 cent to the local floor of 24 cent. If we come down, I would love that. Send it down, send it lower. I don't care. I've been in this market so long. You can send this to 5 cents and I'll still be bullish because we don't need a new narrative. You see, when every day these big networks are halting and pausing and freezing, that's our narrative. It's the safe and secure, as we heard on Steve O. So it's that boring, safe and secure infrastructure for everyone to build on, whether we're talking JPEGs, whether we're talking derivatives, you name it. And I think going into the Voltaire era, we're going to have so many things we've already checked off on, and it's a very exciting time for Cardano. So guys, let's continue to be positive. There's going to be a lot of FUD and fear, especially because Bitcoin dominance is climbing. Bitcoin global search is still low. And so we're going to see that reflect with a lot of fear and perhaps a lot more downside volatility where people just think that a lot of these projects are done for. When everyone is thinking it's done for, when everyone thinks that crypto's just done and it's GG and I'm getting out and I'm selling all my bags, that is when you have moments where it starts climbing up. You need to have a strong delta, and I think we're approaching kind of that capitulation final moments before we're going to be catapulting up. Lest we forget, guys, that Bitcoin dominance was around 38 to 40% at these levels. It's too high right now, but it can continue to climb. As it continues to climb, alts are going to feel that and be hurt a little bit more. But with treasury, with governance, with everything we have with Cardano, And remember that this all-time high, people are like, we need this, we need that. Guys, like we didn't even have Sunday swap right there, right? So we just had like smart contracts. So consider the bustling ecosystem with what we have. Kraken CLO, the victories they've had with the federal judge, the court saying that none of the tokens on their exchange are securities. CFTC saying the same thing. Most cryptocurrencies not a security. And now when we combine that Chang hard fork has an official date, and that we have the Genesis keys also preparing for the burning of them, like we are ready, sound to be the ultimate decentralized project for the future, for the many years to come. So let me know, guys, what are you most excited about? What do you think about Charles's spicy return? And are you looking forward to Chang hard fork and the burning of the Genesis keys? Hit that subscribe, hit that like. I'll see you in the next Angry Crypto Show.